This is a part that should probably have been cleaned while I was doing the rest of the engine, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. So I'm going to whip out the old rubber seals, and then I'm going to give it a petrol bath and a scrub and see how clean we can get it. But compared to the rest of the engine, it's looking pretty grubby. Okay, the part's had a clean up in mineral spirits. The old seals are out, so I'm going to fit the new seals now. I'm hoping this one should just press in gently by hand. And that's a new O-ring around there as well. I'm going to walk the rubber seal around the outside onto the, without mashing it. There we go. Next part on is the advanced retard unit. That just locks into its peg there. Next up is the points. I've never actually worked on anything with points since I was about 19, and even then I didn't really fundamentally grasp them. There we go. Okay, they kind of, you have to make sure they're seated in like a recess, so it needs a little bit of a wiggle to make sure that the cam arm is touching the actual cam surface. I've also oiled the sponge underneath, which was bone dry, which I believe lubricates the cam as it runs around. There's a little witness mark just at the top here, which I believe lines up with a witness mark cast into the housing. The 2 screws. Now this is one of the parts of the build that I've been slightly not concerned with, but like it's outside of my realm of knowledge, so it may take some fettling to get this set up. It's not really something I have any experience with. Okay, I've just got them loosely nipped up for now. Now apologies for the lighting on this, but I need to be able to see what's going on. So for the majority of the cycle, the points should be open. Sorry, come on you, over you go. There's no spark plug in, but still it's tight on that new piston. So we've got the points that are open, and that gap has to be set later on to a specified amount of distance, and they're open throughout the whole cycle until we get to the point where there should be a firing, which when we get around to the F mark on the rotor, we hit the flat part of the cam, which is just coming up, and the gap's closed. Excellent. And that is opening and closing should just open on the F mark, which I'm sure there's some nuances that I have to look into, but so that's the point at which it's opening, and down here we are slightly ahead, we're on TDC and it's showing it's opening. So I think some adjustments needed. I said earlier on that I didn't understand these things, and it turned out to be very true. In my head I had it that as the points closed and the circuit was open, that the plug would fire, but in actual fact, having gone round in circles chasing my tail today, it suddenly dawned on me that that wasn't the case. It's when the points open and the circuit to ground is cut that the spark plug fires, and that has transformed the way that I look at this system now. Now this little witness mark here is a few degrees to the left of the one marked in the case. I don't know if that is normal or whether that should be bang on, but that is now at the point where at the fire mark the contact breakers are just closing or are closed. So I guess that would be a starting point. But anyway, ramble over. The point is that I didn't understand the system, and that has cost me a good couple of hours today of scratching my head. So it just goes to show, read up before you start messing.